Hi, welcome to Dr. Board Game. I'm Jason Bethune. With me today are my friends Quentin, Lucas, and Gavin. And we're going to play a little board game. It's a tile laying game called Tsuro of the Seas. Basically, you're a captain on the ship on the high seas, and it's a flat world that you don't want to fall off of. That would be fine just in itself, but there's also dragons. And these dragons are coming along, and they're eating the wakes, and they're eating the ships, and they're eating themselves. So the whole point of this game, and it's a very quick game that you can play from 2 to 8 people, it takes about 40 minutes, ages 8 and up. But the point of this game is to be the last person alive. And the ways that you can die are on the board. You'll lay down your tiles. You pass me a tile here. And the way that the tile is laid, where you start, is the way that your ship goes along. If your ship happens to go all the way back to the edge, you're dead. If your ship collides with another person's wake, that also kills you because you've once again completed the circuit. And the other way is if a dragon comes along and eats your ship, or is in front of you and you have to move and you can't move because you'll be going into the dragon. So, with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up these cards. If you want to shuffle up the dragons, Lucas. And we're going to hand out 3 of the wake tiles to each person. And then we're going to actually roll and find out where these dragons are going. So, if you guys want to combine these, I'll deal them out. There's a tile for you. And they don't show your opponents your tiles, but the nice thing about these tiles is they have 4 different lines. And these lines, you can turn the tile four ways. I'll show you again. This is an example. So depending on how I set this tile down, it can go that path, that path, or that one. There's 4 different ways to go. Anyways, this is also the second game in a series. The first game was Tsuro, and it's the exact same tile laying game with the ships and everything, except there was no dragons. Now, what we're going to do, starting with Gavin, it says to have the oldest person start first, but I wanted to have the youngest person. So Gavin's going to pick one of these little ticks anywhere on the outside of the board, and that's where he's going to put his ship. And that will be the path his ship has to stay on forever, until the end of the game. All right? Go ahead, Lucas. I'm going to take that one. All right. Now we're going to decide where the dragons are going to go. So if Gavin will roll 2 dice, the gold dice is going to show for this grid right up here. There's 6 numbers at the top, and the blue, again, on the side. So this dragon is going to go in 3, and it's going to go in 5. So right here. I'll get you to roll. So 2 and 2. 4 and 3. Go ahead, Quentin. 2 and 5. Gavin, there's 6 dragons with 4 people. 4 and 5. So this cannot be placed here, so we place it at the next feasible spot. With more people, there will be less dragons. And 1 and 5. All right. So right off the bat, we have different numbers on these dragons. They're all facing a different way. And also shows us where we don't want to be. Because these dragons can move. They could move into each other, but more than likely they're going to move into us. So on the dragons, there's a number at the top, and it's either gold or blue. The highest the number is where you start from, and if there's 2 of the same number, you start with the gold one first and then the blue one. And every single person's turn, they're going to roll these 2 dice. If they get 6, 7, or 8, that dragon that's turn is to move will move. How it moves is after we get 6, 7, or 8, we roll the dice again, and the highest dragon, on this case, the highest dragon is this 5, gold 5. There's 2 5s out here. We'll move to the forward direction. So it will move 1 space this way. If it was 5, it would just rotate. If it was 1, it would move up, or 2, it would come over and eat this dragon. The dragons can eat each other and get rid of the dragons, but there has to be a minimum of 3 dragons on the board at all times. So we're going to put these dragons over here and put them away and hold on to them. Now everyone's going to look at their cards, and Gavin, you can roll the dice and then lay your tile. All right. Well, 12. So it's 6, 7, or 8. It's not 6, 7, or 8, so the dragons don't move.
Okay.
Now, Lucas and Gavin are really close to the dragons, so they're probably going to want to get away. So, as soon as he lays the tile, he has to go right to the edge of the wake, and that's constantly to the edge. If someone else laid a tile in front of you, your boat would go automatically to wherever the end of that line goes. And here's another tile. You always get 3 tiles. So, Lucas, please roll the dice and then lay your tile. All right, it's a 7. So this dragon is going to move. Please roll 1 dice. It's a 5. So the dragon is just going to rotate. I'm going to put this little shard on this dragon here to show that it's the next dragon to move, because when you're doing multiple dragons, it's really hard sometimes when you're trying to figure out what you want to do to pay attention to which dragon has moved last. Go ahead and place your tile. All right. All right, I've rolled an 8 as well, so this is the dragon that will be moving. 3. Now, it moves into this spot and eats this dragon. So we're going to move the shard down to 4, because that's the next highest dragon now. And I will place... I don't want to go anywhere near over here where they're stuck, so I'm just going to stay along the side of the board. Here you go, Quentin. All right, 5. Nothing happens. All right, and please. Here you go, Gavin. 6. All right. Dragon moves. 6, 7, or 8. Please roll 1 more dice. 4. It rotates. And if you're wondering about which way it rotates, it shows that it rotates a certain direction. So now this moves to the 3. Go ahead. There you go. And I see you've already rolled. So 6, 7, or 8, not. Do you have 3 tiles?
No.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Gavin?
I'm currently going to Olds High School, and I'm in grade 11. My name is Gavin King.
Cool. I take it all of you guys are in grade 11, right?
Yeah.
I have to roll. 6. So 5. This dragon moves this way. And I'll move the shard over to that one. And I think I can go back out into the sea. Get away with that. What about you? Where are you from, Lucas?
Well, I'm also
8.
in grade 11, go to school here, same as everyone else.
Alright, 6, it doesn't do anything. it's one of the things I should have mentioned. It's got numbers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though a dragon was moving, 6, it means it doesn't move.
Yeah.
And what about you, Quentin?
Well, my name's Quentin, and I am 16, and well, yeah, I go to Old High School as well.
Cool. It was a 6, so you have to roll the dice for 1, the dragon. So this one is moving 5, which means it's just rotating. Alright, nothing happens. You got three cards? 3 tiles?
Yep.
Alright. If you ever want to come and play a game, Pandoras has game nights on Fridays from 6 to 12. These guys are always here playing, so yeah. 7. Alright, the blue one will move nowhere because it's a 6. And I think I'm just going to make some messy areas for you guys. Alright, yep. Don't forget to pull your tile. That's one thing you got to remember. You got to always have 3 tiles, because if you don't have 3 tiles, you're really limited on what you can pull. When the tiles are done, the game will be done, because there won't be any more room on the board. As well, if a person dies, their tiles will go to the bottom of the tile pile. Six. Roll the dice. 1. Okay. This one moves. 1. Oh, you'd actually be here.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, because you got to stay on the line. It's sometimes tricky to see how the line winds up, but
Thank you.
you're welcome. And 10, nothing happens. Yeah, I've known Lucas here for a little while, probably about a year and a half or so. Friends with his mom and dad, Bruce and Shauna, and his sister as well. And we've been playing games and bugging each other for about that long. 7. Alright, so my dragon will be moving. And 3. Now to... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. There we go. And I will continue on my path. So I'm back up onto this side now. Alright, roll 7, 6, 7, 8, dragon moves. 2. Oh, that's not looking good for you.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Let the poor guy finish first.
Gosh dang it.
3. Alright. I know, right? Sometimes get excited and want to play it. Oh, the game's very simple to teach someone, because once you get the hang of it after you played it once or twice, it gets fun and it's very strategic. But at the same time, there's some chaos involved, especially with the dragons. I kind of like chaos, to be honest. I mean, Lucas knows that, but...
Yeah, indeed.
What are you saying, Lucas? He used to be such a good, nice boy until, just recently. And it's probably the friends he hangs out with, but, So what do you guys do for hobbies around town? 6, dragon moves. 1, this dragon just come here. Do you guys have any extracurricular activities, like cadets or...
Well, in school, me and Gavin are starting a magic club. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering. It's
Yes.
it's a collectible card game. We'll probably be showing it here someday. Feel free to go. You got 3 cards this time?
Oh, I've only got 2.
You were so good at it. All the way up till now, you were so good at it. Oh, all right. Now that was really gutsy move there.
Yeah.
You could have been off the board if you hadn't. So you want to be looking as well. Like
Yeah.
what Quentin just did, he could have ended up if he hadn't paid really close attention to how it lined up. He could have ended up right off the board. Good move though. 3-0. So what do you guys? What's your favorite board games? I mean, I know you guys play Magic, but do you have a favorite board game you guys like to play, or? 7.
I don't play too many board games.
Yeah,
I think
mostly
we
just
moved-
play.
Started
10,
D&D.
Yeah. D&D is really
So 3.
I think, right? No, I got 6.
Okay, nothing yet. D&D,
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. Cool.
Yeah.
Where do you guys play that?
My brother's house, because he and his friends play it quite a bit, so he's teaching us.
All right. Here's your card. Now the board is fairly full. It starts to get a little more tense. 7, so I roll again, and a 5. Now this dragon's eating this one. So now we're down to 3. The thing that's going to happen now, though, is if any other dragon eats another one, we're going to replace it with one of these new dragons. And we'll roll the dice to use the grid. And did I place? No. So I am going to go straight. That's you there.
Yeah, no, but I was the dragon.
Yeah, the
It
6
doesn't-
nothing
yeah,
happens. You know, usually these boys aren't that quiet. 6 nothing happens. Here's a tile. I expect someone will probably be dying in the next couple rounds here. It's just inevitable. All right. Now, an interesting thing that's happening here is if Gavin plays here, it can dictate which way Lucas may be going, or Lucas could dictate which way Gavin's going. So, dangerous move. 6. So this dragon will move 4. And we move the shard over. And I will stay away from everyone here. And I'm going to move there. There you go. Okay, nothing happens. All right, Gavin. So you're probably looking at your cards trying to figure out how to survive, right?
Yeah.
All right. This will be the fun one to pay attention to. If he puts it down the wrong way, card laid is card played. And sometimes you don't have the right tile because they're all different shapes and. All right.
Now you get to decide.
So
what
Gavin is
happens.
right here. Now, wherever Lucas plays, Lucas could actually kill him, or Lucas could accidentally kill both of them. Very stressful. Don't forget to roll the dice. Alright, nothing happens. No pressure, Lucas. It's okay. Being the first one out isn't a problem.
It's fine.
I know, you can watch the rest of us play. It's all good. Lucas is a really good cheerleader.
Trying to find if I can kill Gavin or not.
I know, right? It's great and fun until you're like, can I get rid of my friend and say, survive, stay alive? Because remember, all you have to do is hook him back up with the end of the passage. So as long as the way you make him is the end of the board, you're good. But if you connect with him, you're both dead. Now, I shouldn't be looking at his cards, but I can see his cards, and I see where he could kill his friend right off the bat. But I'm not gonna... That's not how we play games here. Although if he figures it out... Alright, so... Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Gavin is dead.
You've betrayed me, Lucas.
I will need your cards. Feel free to heckle your friend. Alright. 9, nothing happens. If I can just stay away from these guys, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stay on very much longer.
Alright, I'm gonna continue on this way. 7. Alright, this one moves. 3. You have 3, right? 3 tiles. So did you enjoy it while you were playing though?
Yeah, it's fine.
Any ideas what you would do differently? Maybe go straight out for Lucas? I don't know.
Well, 2 of my tiles were actually the same, so and I couldn't really use either of them.
Yeah, that's the problem. It happens. 11. Alright. I may be in the same problem. Alright.
There's pretty much nowhere I can go after this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I don't have anything that lets me go straight. The only thing I can hope is that this dragon moves away before my next turn, otherwise I die. Don't get too happy. 7. Alright, it's moving. It's all up to Quentin.
Oh, I hope it's
If he
not.
rolls the right number, I'm safe.
5. Yes. Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it
Oh,
happens.
the sweet satisfaction.
Cookie crumbles. Yeah, literally, once again, just like Gavin, I had nothing. If I could have gotten a straight line, usually I try to stay out in the center of the board as much as possible, but everyone else was there, and it's really hard to know which way to go, right?
Yeah.
But it's a great game because, you're having fun, it's simple, it's quick, it's very easy to pick up, and then the next time you're like, okay, I'm going to make sure I keep a straight line.
I think I found an infinite loop.
Well, infinite loop is not good. 5. Alright, so there's good news and bad news, Lucas. It all depends. He's got 1 tile and he's got to make it somewhere over here, otherwise he's dead. Uh-oh.
Just keeps going. Yeah, I don't think it.
Alright. Well, usually that doesn't happen, but I have to say you're dead. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, congratulations. Thank you for showing up. Thank you all, guys.
Yes.
It was great having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Showing next time, we'll be doing hopefully maybe a cooperative game with a trader effect called Betrayal on the House on the Hill. It'll be showing sometime next month. Stay tuned to the Pandoras Books and Tea webpage on Facebook or on internet, and come have fun with us. And Will Wheaton, if you're out there, come play with us. Thanks a lot for joining us.